Hey, welcome back. This is frame prompting. Frame prompting, I really want to break down in a couple different lectures so that you understand what it is. So I'm focused on the different aspects. I'm going to focus on the what and the details here so you understand what that means. Frame prompting is a method, like I said, that really brings more details and planning involved. And you want to ask yourself the questions of what am I looking for and how am I seeking to get help or utilize the AI model in a way that's really going to benefit you. So I always think about the 5 W's that when I'm growing up, we all had it in education: where, what, when, how, and why. And you think about those five, and that's the five that define you when you're asking questions of people. The same thing happens with AI models that you need to think about when you're frame prompting what are the aspects. And for us, we're focused on the what are we trying to get, the details. If you want to do it in a role, that's where AI gets powerful. The tone, how it comes across, how you want it formatted. I needed something formatted in an Excel sheet yesterday, and I was able to do that with one of the AI systems. And then who are you and how that helps define the role and define what the AI model gives us. You got to remember, AI is only as powerful as what you do it. We're talking about the generative AI models, but as we do more and more with AI models out of Grammarly, it's coming to Evernote, it's coming to Notion. You're going to see it on your Apple iPhone soon with Apple Intelligence. As more and more of this comes out, you have to know how to prompt the systems. The people who know how to prompt are going to get better results and are going to better be the ones who we're going to look for as those gurus. So I'm trying to teach you how to do that. So what is this one section? So what's the first section that you're trying to get here? And the what is, what are you trying to do? Am I trying to write an email? Or am I trying to develop a list of social media ideas? Am I designing a schedule that I want shifts for workers to do? And I want that shift schedule to vary depending on what time of day or what time of year it is. Or do I want to develop a mission statement for my company? You have to think about the what as that action. One thing I've always taught my students and my son: when you're going about doing something, it's doing an action and you have to learn by doing. So I find the what is like you're driving a car. The more you do it, the better you're going to come up with what's going on. And this is different than Google prompting. So much we think about, it's like questioning our Google models. And I'm going to talk about later why it's not. It's really a different animal that we have to change our thought process so that when we're talking to the natural language models, we're doing better. The other section that we're going to talk about is the details. The details is the background or the additional information that you want to give. The reason why to give it additional information is to understand context. We are smart people and we're doing stuff in our brains. We're giving people that right context. When we're trying to do this in an AI model, every time you hit a new chat button, it doesn't have any context. So it's coming at it fresh. It's not like it's taking our shared experience into what we're doing. So when you're thinking about AI models, you have to think about the context. Are you a non-profit business helping homeless? Are you a business selling footwear to runners? Are you a parent looking for the best way to phrase something for my son's class? Or are you trying to design something and looking for inspiration? Each way is different, and you need to think about the context as it does it. I always think of context as like I'm going on a trip to the airport. The guy picking me up has no idea about my travel plans. He's just taking me on a trip. Each time I may take different luggage or may pack differently because my perspective is going to be different depending on where I'm going. but the guy driving me is going to be the same guy. He has no perspective of each time it's different. So when you think about the AI model, think about the driver who's driving you has no perspective at all, and you have to give it perspective. That's where the details come in. So as we're doing it, I want to use a real life example. So I'm going to bring up ChatGPT and I'm going to show you this example where you're trying to set up a studio for YouTube recordings. And you want to know the optimal way to configure your home. I live in a 2 small bedroom apartment with my friends. I have a southern exposure from my window and can reconfigure the living room or the bedroom. So I can put a desk, but I want to be sure about where to put this. And I'm creating a YouTube for applying makeup for my friends. So you're basically giving it all the details of everything you're looking for as you do it. So now let's go into the AI model. I'll copy and paste exactly what I just told you. And I'm going to go into ChatGPT. So this is ChatGPT. I did a test message this morning to make sure it was working because we know ChatGPT has times where it's busy and not. Now, if you notice, it came up with immediately a whole bunch of choices of what to do. So it asks you, here's a step-by-step guide to help you choose. First, it helps you choose the right space, asking you if you use the living room or the bedroom depending on if you need privacy or not, and if it has less background noise. Second, it says, well, since the lighting is southern exposure, use the window because it gives you advantage of lighting. Natural lighting always is better for a YouTube studio. Then you start looking at where your lighting is set up, if you need a backdrop, how audio works. Always audio is a really big thing as you think about it. So you always want to understand that and see if you need any soundproofing. Then it talks about equipment, recording studio, and organization. And then what I love about ChatGPT is it gives you a configuration. It says the living room configuration it thinks is the best. Now, that's what you want to use as a brainstorming. And as you get into it, that's what frame prompting does. If you see about it, it gave me a lot more details on exactly what I was looking for. So the what and details of any configuration is the best you can think about. So this is the start of frame prompting. Let me know if you have questions. Let's start the next one.